11 biggest freelance mistakes. You signed up for the freedom that your work carries along with you as a freelancer, and that can include a lot of things on your end. It could drain your energy, it could be a lot draining in terms of a lot of things. One of them could be that since you are working from home, you have to have electricity 24/7 for you and always be inside the house and be working on things. And most often your core focus as a freelancer is to drive results. So basically it's the impact that your work creates, that's what matters the most to your clients. So there is a lot that comes in terms of expenses in different terms which we don't consider, which might be a possibility that you are losing out on money or leaving money on the table, or maybe you are doing more harm than good to yourself while freelancing, right? So here are 11 mistakes which you need to avoid if you are a freelancer, and trust me, you will love these because most of these will not even be known to you. Even they were not known to me before beginning this video. So I did my research and understood a lot of things which I was actually not doing right with my freelance business. You signed up to become a better freelancer, to be able to get flexible work hours, to not burn out more often, and that crash and burn thing that should not come your way. But if that's ultimately what's happening to you, you are actually going wrong at some places, which it might be a time to reconsider. So here are 11 mistakes that you need to avoid as a freelancer if you want to make it big with your business. Mistake number 1, neglecting marketing when your business is going good. How often we fall into this trap wherein you are already doing good, you have your client pipeline full, maybe 3 or 4 in the process, and you know that you will be able to handle them all alone at this point of time. But out of the blue, what happens is if 1 or 2 of them leave, you start constantly doubting yourself. Then you have to accept on bad pay, bad clients, and maybe even constantly doubting yourself. That's the thing that you need to avoid as a freelancer, because you need to choose a way of work which revolves around the kind of life you wish to live, right? So firstly, focus on this, that even if your client pipeline is full, even if you're having good clients, still you should be focusing on marketing. Now this could be in any way. It's good if you have more than one platform through which you get clients. In this way you will not be totally relying on one which might get lost due to certain issues, because you never know, right? So at least have more than 1 or 2 sources of getting clients. It could be in the form of email marketing, through social media, or any other way which suits you well. And start investing at least half an hour or an hour each day on that particular platform to be able to hone your skills. Start sharing your success stories. You never know, they will drive you more leads, right? And start sharing your journey. Maybe talk about the things around your expertise. Share things around that. You never know what your next big opportunity is waiting for you. And you can also open up numerous opportunities for brand collaborations where you are visible to people. You are basically developing a community of people who start knowing you, who start basically following you for the kind of value they drive out of your content. So you do not want to miss out on that, right? That's the reason it's crucial to have your lead pipeline full and always keep looking for more, so that you have that option. Those options are very much needed, or else you will end up making less money and be overworked. Mistake number 2, assuming that your clients know how to work with freelancers. Trust me, 90% of them are clueless about all of it before they end up with someone who has their shit together, who knows what the system and process could be like, what all things are the deliverables which they could expect out of the project. So it's high time you take the initiative, take it around your favor. Basically, make it as much transparent for them as much as possible. Clearly define your deliverables, the quality of work you're going to deliver, and what kind of results they can expect out of it. Give them a time limit, let's say 60 to 90 days. Within that, you will be able to deliver the work, or within a week or so, whatever suits you, right? Make it as much clear and simpler for them as much as possible, and do everything on your part that's possible for you, so that it becomes easier for them to hire you and trust on you. So building that kind of trust is the actual issue, and once you ace at it, you know you're going on the right path. So you have to remove that kind of nervousness or anxiety that your client might be feeling while they are actually looking for people to help them out, right? So yes, understand the core intricacies, what all things are going on in their mind. These are some basic psychology things which you need to understand and answer them very well. Be very confident about your approach, have systems in place, be able to show them the past results so that they can trust you well, and that's it. Yes, be very clear with the idea of it and not be nervous about it, because you never know that the person who is coming to hire you is as nervous as you, because they don't want their money to go waste, right? And you have to be able to show them the value their money can bring once they invest in you. Mistake number 3, not managing a fluctuating income. By this I mean is that if you are a freelancer, you would be knowing that you do not get the same amount, or you do not make the same money every month, right? It fluctuates. For some months you make even $5,000. For some months you can't even reach $1,000, right? So it depends, but it's of potential risk. Of course it is, if you do not know well how to manage your money. So what the solution of this lies in, firstly understanding which part of it will go to your taxes. If you know you have to file taxes, keep 20 or 30% aside for taxes as much as possible on your end, and the rest on every month you can pay yourself a particular salary. Basically create a separate business account and separate private account, so that in this way you will be able to track your expenses, and that you will not mismatch both of them, right? Because you will also have to keep up for the months in which you might be making no money, because maybe you might fall ill, you might be busy on vacations, or it could be any random thing, right? Because you have to know everything about your savings, the perks and benefits. Nothing is there for you. You have to incur all of that on your own expenses, so you have to also be ready for that. So basically you need to learn the habit of being able to sustain within less money. So one important tip that I would like to add to this is that maybe you could define a subscription model. In this way you will have monthly retaining clients with you, and you will not have to go in search out for new clients every month. And in this way also you are able to deliver them the highest ROI possible, for let's say they stay with you for at least 1 or 2 years. In this way you are able to deliver them the maximum ROI on the investment they make, while you're also keeping up with your work and not over stressing about getting new clients, and a lot of things that go into the process. Mistake number 4, pricing yourself like an employee. No, you have to understand you are your own boss now, right? And you also have to sustain for months when you are not making any money, right? So firstly understand, what sometimes people do is that they try to know what would they get paid had they been in a job, right? And they make almost $10 to $20 of raise for each hour of working, and then that way they calculate their amount. But that should not be the case. You have to understand, when you are working as an employee, you are not solely responsible for almost all the things. Someone is filing your taxes, someone is managing the marketing, someone is making up your calendar for the day, so that to keep you busy in work while they are managing all of that. And once you are in your own business, you have to manage all of that on your own, right? So does that raise even count? No, right? You have to charge like a business. Now for this you also need to understand and answer a few questions. Let's do it backwards. Try to reflect on what are your yearly goals, right? How much money do you wish to make, and then break it down to how much money do you wish to make every month, and what are your goals, and what kind of trips you wish to take, or how well can you be recharged and refreshed, how much expenses go on your devices, and stuff like that. And then decide your pricing according to that. You have to charge like a business if you are doing a business, and not like an employee, because you deserve that kind of treatment, right? You are now responsible for almost everything, and freelancing comes with all of its responsibilities, which are not visible to a lot of us, but you know that you are bearing all of it at the end of the day. Mistake number 5, neglecting your physical and mental health. trust me, it is doing you more harm than good. You might even come across freelancers who face hard times to get out of their home, to face the sunlight, or even be in the open, just because they have formed this habit of working from home all the time. So it's crucial to have a social life outside of work. And one thing that you need to stick to is to not work for more than 8 or 9 hours every day. I actually mean it when I say it. It's only because once you start doing that, you are so much focused into your work that you start neglecting your physical and mental health, which keeps you draining more, and you might feel more lethargic, you might not enjoy your work and feel burnouts, and that will eventually impact your business, right? So it's crucial to have a work-life balance. You can maybe take up a pet, so that maybe a pet dog or cat, so that you have to get out of the house every day to take them for a walk, and that works as a brilliant way for you to come out of your home and out of your couch every day, right? So yes, focus on this and make sure you take good food, exercise daily, and spend quality time with your friends, family. Have a life outside of work wherein you are doing things which you love. You cannot compromise on that, at least if you're a freelancer, because I know the word of social media is a bit intriguing. It keeps you so much occupied all the time that your head knows no space. But you have to make time for that, so that you stay sane. You have to have hobbies outside of your work, things which you actually enjoy doing, and do that almost every day in order to get out of that work zone and work rut and still love life as it comes to you. Mistake number 6: only planning for the short term. You have to understand that when you are doing freelancing, you have to cover up everything on your own. I know that you might be loving your job. I know I do. And for that reason, it's not like you can work 24/7 and not focus on things that matter more. Now you have to save for your own retirement, for your own kids, grandkids, for their schooling, and for a lot more, which that nothing else could cover up, because now you have no perks and nothing at all. All you have is for your own self to be responsible for all of these. So first, it's important to have or do some financial planning regularly to keep all of these in check, while also focusing on your work and not compromising on anything, right? Yes, what helps the most is to automate your savings, because no matter how hard you try, you will not invest the same amount every month if you do it willingly. So if you automate all of that, that amount of money will be cut from your bank account. It will go and get invested, and that's it. You want to live life just as you are, and this will be a game changer, because I had recently started investing in SIPs and lump sum, and the kind of boost I get when I do this is beyond measure, because now I know I am not actively doing investment, but it's also getting invested while I'm also enjoying life as it's coming, because all of it falls on my shoulder when I am a one-person business. Mistake number 7: ignoring things which might scale your business. Yes, I know that if you're into business, you will be focusing so much on marketing and doing things which maybe you'd feel like matter more, but you also have to understand that the value it drives. Basically, you have to focus more on deep work rather than busy work. Understand what's keeping you just busy and what's keeping you basically driving you more of quality work, right? You have to understand and basically set some hours of the day wherein you are doing deeply focused work, and after that you are freely doing all this and basically packing up or doing things which matter less, right? While working on the marketing, it's important to grow an email list, have an outbound lead strategy, or outsourcing, or ways to get clients from different sources. In this way, you will not fall out of it, and at one time your business will not crash entirely, right? You have to keep all of these risks in mind while doing your business. Mistake number 8: not specializing. Yes, you have to understand that people who are delivering almost everything or catering to a large audience are actually doing it for no one, and they will be getting firstly lower paying clients, or not even getting specific clients targeted to the kind of services that they offer. So firstly, become expert at one particular thing and do it for the longest term. In this way, you will be able to understand your ICP and attract the right kind of clients and not just cater to everyone coming up to you. In this way, you will confuse yourself while also disturbing the entire cycle. So yes, niching down is one of the important things. I know in the initial phases it becomes tough, but at least try to give free services around the kind of work you do, and grab testimonials and see how are they going. If they start becoming better, you can start taking paying clients who can pay you well as you charge, right? Mistake number 9, thinking I can do it all on myself. No, my friend, you can't. You are in a business of people, right? So you have to maintain different kinds of network of people. You have to firstly focus on two kind of people. One who are your ICP, and the others who are people like you, basically freelancers. So the next question you can ask is, why shall I connect with people who are like me? What am I learning from them? You are learning a lot. Yes, there are a lot of opportunities. You can expect different referrals in case you become the talk of the show, if they know the kind of quality you bring to the table. It's important to grow a network wherein people know you for the kind of work you do, so that it can also create monetary and non-monetary opportunities for you in several ways. So never undermine on this fact. You will have to build a very strong network of people who know you and basically look up to you for the kind of work you do. Mistake number 10, understanding that you are doing work while you are not doing work. You are just busy with work. There is a difference between doing deep work and busy work. I think I also explained this earlier, that you have to focus on the quality of work you're bringing rather than just work, right? Because at the end, the results you drive are what matter the most, and not just your work. You are now not a regular employee who can work for 8-hour shift and then go home without thinking about it all. No, now you have to take the load on you, and that's the reason doing deep work for at least 2 to 4 hours every day is more than enough. You do not need to work for 8 hours every day and think like, no, I have to have a 40-hour work week. Trust me, you do not need to do that. You can work half the time and still get paid 2x or 3x more and still be happy with your life. Mistake number 11, not relying on anything to become productive. No matter how hard you try, it will be tough for you to stay in track, to be productive almost every day on your own. So make sure you do not simply rely on yourself. You build some systems and processes with which you can be able to deliver quality work. You are able to meet your own expectations. You are your own boss. So basically you have to give yourself deadlines for everything so that you can do it all on time and not just procrastinate and basically, run out of deadlines. That's doing more harm than good. So yes, you have to automate some of the processes so that you can follow them at least around work or deadlines of your clients, so that you do not fall into that trap of your clients leaving for the delay you are doing in work, right? So be very much skeptical about this, and these are all the 11 mistakes which you need to avoid as a freelancer, at least if you are starting out, because I think 90% of these have been done by me and I have learned it the hard way. So never do things which are basically ruining your business. Be clear with it. Have a crystal clear approach. If you are getting along with toxic clients, maybe create certain agreements or contracts so that you can show them up. And yes, always have your pipeline busy so that you do not have to keep on searching out and panic at the end moment when your client leaves, right? So these are all that I had to offer on my end. If you have any more add-ons to this list or the mistakes which a freelancer needs to avoid, do add them in the comments below. I would love to see. And if you feel like this might help some of your friends, consider sharing. And thank you so much for watching Breathe with Ayushi.